Hey guys, welcome back to Professional Weekers YouTube channel. Today we're here in the Florida Keys, specifically in Marathon, and today we are here at the Dolphin Research Center. So if you've ever driven down US Highway 1 on your way to Key West and seen all these roadside attractions and wondered what they are, then you're in the right place. Make sure you stick around, check it out, hit that subscribe button, and let's go.
Let's go. Alright guys, like we said, we're here still in the Keys celebrating my birthday, so super excited, and we are here to check out all of our dolphin friends at the Dolphin Research Center. So yeah, come hang out with us.
We're staying here in the Middle Keys, so Isla Mirada, Marathon, that sort of area, and we're checking out all the little roadside attractions that they have along the way along US Highway 1. So we've got tons of extra content coming to you from the Florida Keys. So if you want to check out the whole area, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow along with all the other videos that we got, because it's going to be an amazing trip.
Yeah, so we're super excited. If you guys know anything about us, y'all know we love us some animals, including anything on the water. So we're going to check out the Dolphin Research Center and see what we got. Let's go.
We bought our tickets to the Dolphin Research Center online. It is recommended that you buy your tickets in advance. They are normally $35, but they're running a special, which I think just kind of runs all the time.
That one scared me.
Yeah, I know. So I think it runs just. I think the special just runs all the time. If you buy your tickets online, they're $32 a piece. It was like $64 to get in here today for the two of us.
A little expensive.
Yeah, but it seems to be about the going rate for most of these attractions that we've seen so far. In the next video, we'll go check out the Turtle Hospital down the street. It looks like the prices on that are roughly about the same.
Okay. We have a very nice gift shop, I can already tell.
So here's a map of what we're looking at. All right, so just walked in and told them our last name for our online ticket reservations, and they just let us right in, so pretty easy. It is a self-guided tour, so we're gonna walk around and see what there is to see here. And hopefully the camera finishes defogging in just a couple minutes.
Sorry guys if it's a little foggy. It's been inside outside, and the humidity and the air conditioning just jacks with the camera. Yeah.
All right, so here's what we see when we first walk out. I'm gonna head on over that way and see what there is.
Looks like there's a little splash pad. It's not turned on right now, but that's what that looks to be. So yeah, maybe that's something you can do with your kids.
So here's the schedule of the events. It's just past 11 a.m. So it looks like we have dolphin playtime going on right now. And then that'll be followed by Dolphin Training 101. They also have a series of extra activities you can purchase as well. So you can do like dolphin trainer for a day kind of thing. Swim with the dolphins, play with the dolphins, paint with the dolphins, you know, all the same kind of things that they pretty much have at a lot of these different places up and down this strip here. They are fairly expensive. Some of them include admission, some of them do not. So we did not opt for any of those options today.
These boys are doing a shark impression for a second. They're like, we're not dolphins.
All right, so
Nice job, boys.
got some dolphins over there being trained.
Dolphins do have a lot of fat cells, so their bodies
Kind of doing little tricks and stuff.
Our dolphins.
These ones over here, I think I saw that they were painting just a second ago.
Regular water tests, regular care of our fences and our sea.
Here we go. This dolphin's about to paint. It's painting right now.
Well,
You see it's painting a t-shirt.
Daryl and Tanner over here just playing some
He's just spinning around with it.
Yeah, an esophagus or
So there he goes, painting some more.
Sometimes they might open their mouth to vocalize. All of the sound is actually coming from the top of their head.
So you kind of see it's just pretty much smudges on the paint on the shirt.
A lot of voices that you've never heard.
Yeah, would you wear that shirt?
They love huge extra special thank you to any members hanging out with us. Do we have any members here today?
All right, so we found out that here at the Dolphin Research Center, they do 3 types of research. They do behavioral, cognitive, and husbandry research. So the husbandry, basically, that just means like health and caring for the animals. And they said that some of their studies here have been published in various scientific journals, particularly around object permanence for the animals, as well as animal cooperation. So they found out that dolphins are able to cooperate between each other, and that they're aware that that they're working together to accomplish certain tasks.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So pretty neat. Next up, they do have a bird show talk. We're gonna go over and see what that's all about.
All right, let's go.
That's got to be like the biggest iguana that we've seen so far. It is massive.
Dinosaur Hunt 2024.
Yeah. All right, so we went over for the bird talk. There was no birds in the cage when we walked over there. So we kind of sat in the general area, was expecting to hear like someone piping up over a microphone at some point whenever the show was supposed to start. And then about 7 minutes later, I guess 7 minutes after the show starts, I finally look up and see that there is a bird in the cage. And there's just 2 of the trainers just kind of standing there, like kind of whispering to the crowd. And even then, didn't really seem like they were giving a ton of information.
Maybe we missed it.
I don't know.
It's okay.
Oh yeah, I would have thought of more theatrics, you know, like at least a microphone, right? This is
2 turntables and a microphone.
Yeah. So, let's see what else I got.
Okay.
So, next up at noon is Training 101. So, this is if you wanted to become a dolphin trainer, you have to purchase that separately. I think the costs are like pretty pricey, like $400, $500.
Yeah.
Some of them are even up to $700.
I see. Oh, but you see here too where there's like microphones with it. So maybe that's why we didn't notice that there wasn't a microphone with this one.
Oh, okay, there's no microphone,
Yeah.
so they just whisper in that case?
I guess. Yeah.
Okay, maybe they didn't want to scare the birds with the microphone.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this one's going to be mostly, again, for people kind of that paid extra for it. And I guess we get to stand by and watch. All right, one thing that we can mention here is it does look like they're doing quite a bit of refurbishment. This whole building here is actually being demolished right now. Yeah, this thing here is under construction, so. Okay, it's a new home for the sea lions. So maybe if you come later, things will be a little bit different. But so far, it doesn't seem super interactive or showy.
So to Lewis's point, I do think it's maybe not as showy, it's maybe like Theater of the Seas. But I think that's the difference between a nonprofit research facility versus something that's for profit.
My thoughts on it are that I think that if you pay for just the journal admission and you don't pay for anything extra, it's probably like the mom and dad ticket. Versus really, I think if you really want to get something out of this place, you probably got to pay for one of the extra admissions to be able to get in the pool with the dolphins or do something with the dolphins, interact with them somehow. And then mom and dad can pay a lesser ticket price to stand by and take photos, I guess. But if you're just coming here and you don't expect to do any of those extra things, I'm not sure you're gonna get much out of it.
Hi! You come to say hi? Hello? Hi! You're cool. But I will say, what's really cool is you can get relatively pretty close to these guys, right? So, you know, there's someone right there in their enclosure, and we're just like, you know, right here. Well, I don't know what I was talking about. Here we are, sitting on a bench. We got 2 of our dolphin buddies, technically 3 of our dolphin buddies, and they're clicking and talking to us. So they're having a great old time. We're having a great time. And he's talking to Lewis. This is the only time I've actually enjoyed Lewis whistling. Hopefully you guys are hearing them chirp on the mics here. Start clapping for them. They like clapping. You gonna clap? No? I think you should clap? Okay. Well, we tried. Yeah, I can make Lewis do almost anything. Oh, he didn't like it. He didn't like your claps.
No, he's coming back around.
He's coming back around? Alright, we'll start clapping.
Maybe he wants more whistles.
Huh. Yay! Dolphins! Hi! Hi, friends. Hi, bro.
And all the way to the back, and then it'll be your last lagoon on the right.
He picked up some,
Last lagoon on the right.
oh, in the back. Okay. Alright, guys, we'll come back in a second.
We're getting ready for the next show, I guess.
Yeah, next training session.
Yeah, next training session. I imagine, again, they're probably going to bring people out here to paint with them or something. So I think they just rotate different dolphin pools and different dolphins to try to keep them all active. These guys are excited. They notice the people are showing up. That means that the fish are on their way.
The oldest dolphin in this lagoon is 44. His name's Sandy. He was that white-tipped dorsal fin that just popped up over here. And then the rest of our boys, we call them the little boys, even though they're not so little anymore. We just, you know, keep that name close. Hi, blow kisses to them.
They are making a mess over there.
So, yeah, you're kind of like dolphin.
What are you doing?
I'm being excited.
The dolphins are like, what is this bro doing right now?
Oh, okay. So.
Yay!
Hi! Wow!
Great question.
Lewis, I think, is having more fun than the dolphins are at this point.
I'm trying to get him hyped up. I'm a hype man.
Oh.
Brush in their mouth and spit.
Whoa!
So they start to learn pretty fast. Let's see, it looks like Dolphin's going on a big dive.
Whee!
Yay!
Coming down and working with them every day.
What's yours?
Jackson? Delta, okay. So Delta got that on the first try. Jax might have needed a reminder. I didn't quite see.
Alright guys, so I'm having the time of my life, just sitting here and watching these guys hanging out and doing all the things, making all the noises, doing all the things. Highly recommend this. I think Lewis and I have a little bit of a difference of opinion over which dolphin exhibit was better, whether I think he likes the Earth Seas a little bit more.
Why don't we cover that in
The recap video?
our recap video.
Okay.
So make sure you guys subscribe because we'll also be giving a recap of everything that we did in Florida Keys, where we stayed, where we ate, what we did, what
Best
we saw.
key line by.
And we'll kind of cover maybe some of the differences between a couple of the different dolphin places that we visited.
Yeah. So here at Dolphin Research Center, I could sit in this chair and watch these guys all day. It's just really cool because unlike maybe some other places where where you've been, where it's just like, okay, go to the next thing, go to the next thing. These dolphins are just hanging out, right? So a little bit earlier, and I put the footage in here. There's this dolphin hanging out, and it was clicking at me. I was clapping my hands, and it was just really cool. So highly recommend coming in as hanging out. It's a nice way to get out of the car for a little bit and to just, see some friends up close. Thanks for the birthday present, babe. So I missed it, but these trainers just went absolute nuts. One of the dolphins just jumped out of the water. So it's just really cool to see how excited the trainers get when the dolphins do something. All right, guys, I could seriously sit there all day long and hang out with those buddies. Like, totally super cool thing to do. So, but we have other things to see in the Keys. So we're gonna go ahead and end the video here after we visit the gift shop, which shortly after this guy will give you his pro tips for all things Dolphin Research Center related.
All right.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, she just handed me the camera because she says she needs both her hands to shop.
Grabbers.
And she'd also like to point out that there is a food truck here if you're hungry and you want to get some lunch, as well as restrooms, obviously, so you can use the restroom.
And you really could spend, I think, all day here. It's really just like take your time and do all the things. It's a whole experience.
All right, let's go check out the gift shop.
That's the dolphin we saw. Delta and Jax.
All right, so it looks like t-shirts are $29, so a bit on the pricey side. All right, and it looks like hats are $24.
So guys, I got so many treasures. $151 in the gift shop.
Jeez Louise.
We got 2 hats, we got a shirt, we got stickers, we got magnets, we got cards so we know the animals when we see them. These that can get wet, these become jet skis.
We've got a couple of those already that we don't use.
Well, yeah, I know, but
And tote bags that we don't use.
yeah, and then we're also going to put that on the trailer when we get back home.
Okay.
Okay, all right, guys, that's it for us today here at Dolphin Research Center. And here's Lewis with your pro tips.
All right, guys, so here are your pro tips for visiting Dolphin Research Center. So number 1, definitely make sure, again, that you buy your tickets online. You can save a couple bucks because they're on sale for $32. Pro tip number 2 is don't come here expecting a ton of shows. This is definitely more of like a research sort of facility. They practice a lot more husbandry here. It's kind of more random sort of tricks rather than an actual produced show. And pro tip number 3 is definitely make sure that you spend some time just hanging out, sitting by the water, watching the dolphins. And when there's even not a show going on, you can click at them, whistle at them, wave at them. They seem to enjoy all that. It kind of helps keep them entertained, and the trainers encourage that. So get your own kind of little private time with the dolphins pretty much anytime you want, so that's pretty neat. That's gonna do it for us today, guys. Remember, hit the subscribe button, really appreciate it, really help us out. With that being said, we're out of here, and we'll see you next weekend.
Bye.
All right, guys, so here are your pro tips for visiting Dolphin Research Center. There's a gigantic iguana. Oh my goodness.
Time in it.
saw, yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't get you and the sign in the same shot. Maybe you stand right here and I get the dolphins on top of you.
I'll come closer. What's your third one you got? So just walked in. All right, guys, so here are your pro tips